Hi, I'm an artist, and today we will do a little challenge, painting only with a hard brush. So if you know me, you will know how much I love, actually no, how much I need a soft brush, aka a brush that allow me to make the brush strokes more transparent or opaque when pressing lightly or heavily. But some time ago I thought to myself, I couldn't rely on those soft brushes forever. I need to widen my experience with other brushes too. So that's the reason why I wanted to do today's challenge, painting with only a hard brush, aka the one with no opacity pen pressure, opposite to the soft brush. Duh. And actually, this is not the first time I attempted this challenge, and this is the third time I have done this. The other two attempts weren't looking so good, so I didn't want to upload them, and those attempts were done in heavy paint. Why? Oh, because the brushes are pretty weird, yes, even with the hard brushes. So I thought it would be pretty fun to do this challenge there, but as you may already know by now, that didn't turn out so well. So here's a quick recap. Attempt number 1. I wanted to paint some fishes, but there were a little bit too many colors on those fishes, so everything basically became a mess. Attempt number 2. I officially gave up on the fishy and turned my attention to a half-cracked egg. How did you go from fish to egg, you may ask? Well, I don't know. Maybe both of them are protein or something like that. Anyway, I haven't given up on heavy paint this time though. I still believed in a vision that this would look good. And unfortunately, that vision didn't come true. So that led us to our third attempt. Still the egg, but with Krita this time. So at first, I thought I would just use a basic hard brown brush in the program, but then I was like, no, I didn't want to be basic. This was a challenge, so let's use something else a little bit more exciting. So this is what I chose. Still a hard brush, obviously, but with some interesting texture. But actually, some spoiler from me from the future, it didn't make that much of a difference in the end though. So I could just use a basic one from the beginning, like no need to sit down and wasting time trying to find something else like that. But whatever, that's fine. What's matter now is that hopefully there will be no fourth attempt after this. Please, let the third time really be the charm. Like, please. So personally, up to the sketching phase, I think this attempt was so much better than the predecessors. Senpai tachi? Kana. And also, by the way, I didn't use another brush to sketch. I just used the same one, but make it really small. And because this is a challenge after all, with only a hard brush. Yeah. So, even though the sketch turned out a lot better than the previous attempts, that didn't really say much because that could totally be because I had some prior experiences working on the same egg before. The real difference would be where I started to work on the colors. And this is something I haven't told you guys about the failing attempts yet. I think I do know where the problems of those ones are. And it is the art program, aka heavy paint, but it's not the brushes. Those are weird but totally fine. The real problem is on the color picking system, this one. And basically for this one, you have to adjust those 3 bars to pick the color you want. Setting them all to 100 will make white and 0 will make black. And as you can see, this is something pretty unusual. So no wonder why my first attempt was a failure, because that was the first time I ever tried to use that system to paint. So from that first attempt to the second attempt, I did try to get myself a little bit more familiar with the system, and I think I did, but the egg proved otherwise though. So sad, but okay. And also the fact that I was using a hard brush didn't really help either, because I was using brushes with no way to adjust the opacity of the colors, which meant I couldn't blend colors the way I usually would with my normal soft brushes, which also meant I had to pick every single colors I used, including all the transitional shades, so picking a lot more colors than usual. and that also meant making a lot more mistakes than usual. Coupling that with the fact that I was using an unfamiliar color picking system, so even more mistakes than usual. So no wonder why both of those attempts felt so miserable like that. Anyway, that's the reason why I think switching to Krita will help a lot with the challenge, because after all, this square color wheel thingy is something I'm used to a lot more, more than the other one. And I think I was right. Like, even though there was a little bit of hiccup when I painted the shadow on the egg, like, I think I messed up the value there a little bit, just a little bit. And also the shadow of the egg itself as well. Like, I was trying to pick some purplish colors for that part because I thought it would contrast well with the yellow or orange hues of the egg itself. But I think I got confused when choosing the color, and it got way too pink than my original plan. But well, at least the value there seemed fine, so things will be fine. But other than those, all the other colors do look pretty okay to me, especially the egg white part. Like, I did enjoy painting that one quite a lot. Yeah, and yes, that egg white is part of the reason why I chose this reference to paint, if you ever wonder that. So the part that I enjoy the most is also the part that turns out the best. So what more could I ever ask for? And like, at least seems like I won't have to do another fourth attempt after this, so I should be content with that alone. And also, by the way, I think there was one more reason why this attempt turned out to be quite better than the rest of them, like seeing those textures I added on the eggshell there. That is something I learned from my pixel art video, especially from the 1024 by 1024 pixels painting. I really like how the swirly shapes in the cup look, so I painted the same kind of pattern here, and I think it spiced up the painting quite a lot. Like, it definitely looks a lot more interesting than just some plain bending effect like in the beginning, and it also helps blending colors together a little bit smoother as well. So definitely really recommend playing around with weird shapes when painting with non-soft brushes. Anyway, I think we are pretty much about done, so let's check out how this take turned out, shall we? So seems like the third time is really the charm, like very fortunately, but I still want to paint some fishy though, so maybe another challenge for another day. But anyway, that's the video for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a great day/night ahead, and see you later.